Well, President Trump's cabinet is taking shape, sending a clear message to the world. Senator Marco Rubio of Florida is Secretary of State, the first Latino ever in the role. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem at the Department of Homeland Security. Staunch America First ally and defender of Israel Elise Stefanik at the UN. Pete Hegseth, a Harvard grad, Army veteran, and a Fox News host. As an outside-of-the-box choice for Secretary of Defense, Tulsi Gabbard was just announced today as Director of National Intelligence. And to top it all off, firebrand Congressman Matt Gaetz nominated as Attorney General. Not only are these picks young, historic, and inclusive, reflecting Trump's new political base in this country, it's also sending a clear message. America is back, but back in a slightly different way. No longer will our enemies wreak havoc across the world. No longer will American energy be handicapped and handcuffed by globalist climate initiatives. No longer will our so-called friends hemorrhage us for cash. America had a turbulent run under the Biden-Harris administration, and as a mom, I know a mess when I see one, and there is a lot to clean up here. But where does this super team, this Trump Justice League, even begin? Joining us now, our next guest is Jonathan T. Gilliam. He's a friend of the program. Former Navy SEAL, former FBI agent. You've seen a lot of messes in your time, too.
We're seeing, this is interesting. I think we were just talking before we went on air about why people, when I was in the FBI, I worked the NFL draft. It was one of the special events that we attended because of all the celebrities and all the things that are going on there in New York. And I could never figure out why people were enthralled with the draft. It was boring for me. Right. But this is like... Trump should have done this at Madison Square Garden or at Radio City Music Hall and had the draft. This would have been a top-selling show if he had done that.
That is a brilliant idea. I actually think that should be pushed to the team. But no, it's very exciting to watch some of these picks. You know, some surprise picks, obviously. I wanted your take, actually, for SecDef. You've got Pete Hegseth, who's been thrown into this mix, and he really was kind of an out of left field pick. There were other names that were floated before him, but what it tells me, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, what the Hegseth pick tells me is the Trump camp understands that in order to truly institute change, you have to get someone in there who absolutely has no ties with anybody on the inside. And Hegseth does not have ties with the Pentagon, as far as I know.
Well, that's a fancy way of saying that Trump needs a yes man inside the DOD. And look, that may get a bad rap just because yes men are typically political, and they are part of and they're usually individuals who are out for career. And I don't know the inner workings of Pete Hegseth, but I will tell you, I believe that he's somebody who will be loyal to Trump, and I think he's somebody who shows up with Trump's agenda, and I think that is very important at this point. What Trump had in his first term were a bunch of DC satellites, I like to call them, or DC hangers or grifters that get themselves into political positions, but they're very high-ranking and elitist in D.C., and so people put them there because they carry a certain amount of weight with them. And then if they start believing that they know more than the president does, you'll start having backlash. And that's what happened with Trump's first term, is that the people that he put in to a lot of these high-level positions didn't like the way that he was doing things. And so these are the people, the John Kellys and so on and so forth, that you have that fall back and belittle Trump.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.